Now, get ready for the hottest podcast coming out of Dallas, Texas, with Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki. Stars talking Cowboys. Let's go! Yo, here we go again. Back up on the scene. Stars talking Cowboys. You know what I mean. The podcast repping everything with silver and blue. Keeping it real, that's what they do. Let me tell you about the crew. Sean Fox, spitting facts. K Boogie's giving game. Nikki's got the stats, so of course she covers everything. It's showtime, so let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking Cowboys. Yeah, you know what time it is. Yo, welcome back to another podcast episode of Stars Talking Cowboys. Starring Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki is in the building.
You gonna dig this. Let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, player? What's up? What's up? What's poppin'?
Man, we are here. We are here.
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome to another edition of Stars Talking Cowboys. I am one of your hosts, Sean Fox. We got K Boogie on the line, and our other host will be on shortly.
Yes, indeedy.
Well, once again, I can't say we laid an egg on Sunday, because in actuality, Denver has one of the top 2 or 3 defenses in the league. So I wasn't expecting to go out and bust 40 on them, but I was expecting to be just a little bit more competitive, so to speak.
We all did. I think we all thought we was going to be more competitive, even though we haven't beaten them in 30 years. We thought our defense would show up a little bit like they did with the Commanders. But man, oh man, we in for a surprise. I guess Sean Payton was like, you know what? I'm going to show you all something different. I'm going to show you all something that y'all have never seen before. And he put it on us, boy.
And I think, the biggest thing for me, K Boogie, is they didn't do anything extravagant. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do anything exotic. We just got our ass whooped.
Their speed. I think their speed was a little overwhelming for us a little bit, I think. Because, between the cornerbacks not being pressing the wide receivers and the running backs having open lanes, I'm like, what's going on? Is it the speed? Is it the scheme? Is it the personnel? What's going on? I think it had to do with the speed, but man, the reads on with our linebackers, oh my God.
I can't, I gotta take it a step further. I can't even say it was a speed, because like on the top sweep, the running back number 14 ran against us. We were getting blocked in the back.
Yeah, Harvey, you talking about what Harvey?
Yeah, Harvey. Yeah. We was getting, we were literally getting blocked in our backs. It's like we had no type of gap control. No. We had no type of reading, what the defense was doing. I saw. It seemed like if you could look in every defensive player's eyes out there, they would look like a deer in the headlights. Or the first time you got behind a car to drive.
Yeah, you was nervous.
How nervous and anxious you was. Or when you walking down the aisle, the first time when at a wedding, I just seen a defense that just looked like they did not know what they were doing.
They look confused again. What's up, Nick? They just look confused, man. Every week we go against a really good offense, they just look confused. And that's part of
what you drinking on?
She's drinking on something sweet and sugary. It's yellow.
She drinking on some strong tea.
Uh-oh, is that tequila?
Let's say here. But yeah, I saw a defense that, and like I said, Ocho, he said it, perfectly, and for those who, I'm gonna try to pull up his comment. One of the things I'm gonna try to pull. He said he had two of them.
He was hot, boy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to pull up both of them. I'm gonna try to pull up both of them, and see, so people can hear, what we heard. Because, like I said, I know. Let's see here. All right, hold on here. It's coming up here. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Because we got to give him credit for. Let's see here. Boom. Boom. Now let me find it. Boom. Boom. All right.
Jobs need to be lost. People need to be tried. People need to be checked. Like, how the hell is Matt Eberflus retaining his position as defensive coordinator when you're allowing Bo Nix to go out there and get 4 tugs on you? Your players look lost. If it was just one player, I would suggest it was the player's fault. But given the fact that it's multiple players, now I got to look at you, Matt Eberflus, and say it's your fault. What's this defense doing? Obviously, we have no pass rush, but we also have no gap integrity. Then we have communication errors. We have a bad eye control, and we have bad technique. Everything that you're taught to do defensively from day one of install, the Dallas Cowboys do not do. How many 40-point games are we going to allow until we make a change? I'm tired of 40-point games. Cowboys fans are tired of 40-point games. If everybody is held to a high expectation for doing their job, where are the expectations for the Cowboys defense? That's my issue. If I don't do my job, y'all don't watch. If you don't do your job, you get fired. That defense, they make no change. Make that make sense. So to me, jobs have to be lost at this. People need to be.
Where's the lie?
Preach, preacher. Hey, there's no lie. That's a sermon right there. He's preaching. There's no lie being told. There's none. He's accurate. There's no lies being told. No communication. We have no quarterback on defense. Players don't know what to do in certain situations. They just look lost. Deer in the headlights, baby. Deer in the headlights.
And the thing that the thing that really gets me though, K Boogie, is just like what he said. How. If I don't do my job, I'm fired.
You right? Same here.
So what else? What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see?
We need to lose to the Cardinals bad at home this weekend for them to make a change because we have a bye after that. So maybe they're looking to basically make some changes during the bye. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of because that was atrocious. That reminds me of the Bears game. Everybody was wide open. Same thing. The Bears all over again. I don't know what's going on, man. There needs to be some changes, wholesale changes on that defense with basically from the coaching staff to some of the players, man. We have to do something. You have to. And then Dak's making mistakes because he's forcing the ball. He's trying. I'm like, dude, relax. I understand we got to put up so many points, but you're forcing the issue. When Dak has to force the issue, man, I'm like, damn, it's not going to end well.
Yeah. So let me play this other clip that he had, and that
this one's funny. This one's funny too.
Most definitely.
Defense is getting outsmarted on every single play. Right now, it's simple. The Cowboys are in what looks like a 3 deep, 3 under. What that means is they're going to bring 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 people are in the rush, which means 6 people are in coverage. Here's what's so mind-blowing. The Broncos only have 1, 2, 3, 4 receivers out in the route concept. Cowboys got 6 defenders in coverage. How the hell does this dude end up open? And does this dude end up catching a 25-yard touchdown pass? It's 6 on 4. 6 on 4. But here's what's so infuriating. Why are we covering grass? And why are we double teaming a dude? And this one's wide the hell open. It is absolutely mind-boggling stuff that the Cowboys defense is putting on tape. But it gets so much worse. Okay, right now, the Broncos are just manipulating the Cowboys. Cowboys come out and they give an empty check. An empty check is what the defense does when the offense comes out in an empty formation. Look at all the Cowboys players touching their helmets. They're all giving the empty check. Now the question is simple. Hey, what's the empty check? Obviously, Sean Payton knows what the hell it is. It's cover 2. So Sean Payton very simply runs a cover 2 beater. Watch. Cowboys are in a very obvious cover 2. Half the field. This linebacker just tipping off everything. He's a deep middle run-through player. Stay with me for this whole clip. Middle run-through player. He's checking at the line of scrimmage. He's just calling a simple cover 2 beater. Boom. Okay, what are we going to do? Simple. We're going to occupy the middle run-through player by hooking him up over the ball, which puts this safety in a bind. Now this safety, he has to go with that little kind of skinny post because this middle run-through player, he's occupied, which means this cornerback is on an island, and that means it's a freaking touchdown for the Denver Broncos. But the most infuriating part is Cowboys. Sean Payton knows what the hell you're doing. You go to your empty check. He knows your empty check. Touchdown. But now it gets freaking worse. Once again, Broncos are in empty, but this time, Cowboys don't check. Oh, please stay with me. All this is good. Because the Cowboys don't check, what do the Broncos do? Oh, they check. Now look at the Broncos. He's touching his helmet. He's signaling to him. Now what are the Broncos going to do? Cowboys don't check to cover 2 and empty. This time they play it. Play it just means, hey, if we call man, play man, even if the Broncos come out and empty. So now look at what the Broncos freaking do. Sean Payton is a step ahead every time. Now they're just in a man beater. The only person running a legitimate route on this play is the running back. Every other person is trying to pick the defender guarding the running back. These dudes not running no routes. He ain't running no route. Watch him. All they're trying to do is pick this player guarding the running back. They not running routes. He not running routes. Had the running back gone out the backfield to the left, number 1 would have picked him. Because the running back's going out to the right, these dudes are picking them. Just watch. They're not running routes. They're not looking for the ball. They're not doing nothing. All they're trying to do is pick this dude. Walked into the end zone. So when the Cowboys check to empty, Sean Payton, he checks to the cover 2 beater. When the Cowboys don't check, Sean Payton, he checks. The Cowboys defense is getting outsmarted on every single play. You can't win like this. It's one thing for a team to be more physical than you. It's another thing for a team to be smarter than you. But it's a whole nother thing for a team to be both. Ready, break.
You know, that right there says a lot.
He was very animated.
That clip right there says a whole lot. It's okay, like you said, it's okay for you to get beat one way. It's okay for you to go out there and the team just straight up just beat you down because they were 100% better than you. Whether it was physical, they were bigger and stronger than you. Or, you know, you got situations where you got these coaches like Andy Reid, some of the other coaches out there that are very smart, Sean McVay, Shanahan, that are offensive-minded coaches that can come out there and just run concepts that they run concept off of any variation of offensive set that they put out there, any formation. They have a concept for everything. They're just very smart individuals who analyze offenses. But Ocho said it best at the very end. We're getting our ass kicked physically and mentally. We're getting outsmarted. You know, I looked up like we said earlier. Running back, they hand him the ball off. He runs left and is not touched.
Daylight.
A 40-something yard touchdown run. He is not touched. Most running backs, when you are on a long run, it's their responsibility to break one tackle, possibly two, depending on the blocking scheme. Not the Cowboys blocking scheme.
Something's got to give, man. Something has to give.
Right.
Something's got to give. I don't know if we need to switch up the lineups, whatever else, bring some more players in. I don't know, but something has to give. This is embarrassing. As fans, we're the ones that have to actually, take all the heat. Jerry Jones not feeling the heat. We the ones that take all the heat. Something has to give, man, because it's embarrassing. Our defense is embarrassing. This is Monty Kiffin bad, if you ask me. This is bad. Like, have some pride. Somebody break a helmet or face mask, something. Somebody get into an argument. I don't see anything. There's no passion. No, there's zero passion. Like, somebody get upset, scream, curse somebody out, do something. Say, oh, we got beat for another touchdown. Oh, well. What? And then you asking that in the offense to come out and score again. That's not how football works. Complimentary football. We're not playing that right now. And that's crazy.
But that's who's fault.
Something about, fans are getting on Dak Prescott for not trying to throw up a 40 burger. I'm like, that's not his responsibility to throw up a 40 burger either. We have a defense. It's not like, what I'm saying, it's just an offense just playing the whole game. We have a defense. It's crazy to me. They got to have some pride, though. They got to take some pride. They're getting physically beat out here. Somebody get upset. Break something. Curse the coach.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who get upset and who doesn't get upset, because nobody is taking accountability for it. No one is stepping up saying, hey, no one is taking accountability. Those speeches that Dak gives before the game and before kickoff, obviously, it does not resonate with them. It goes in one ear and it goes out the other. Because when they go on the field, they don't show us anything close to what they should show us at all. So I don't even think at this point it matters who say what, do what, throw helmets, do whatever you want to do. I think at this point it doesn't matter, because they have already put in their minds that they don't like the defense coordinator. They don't like the scheme he's doing. And they have already put in their mind that the scheme that he does not fit them, but he refuses to go away from it. So they have to continue to do this scheme, knowing that they're not comfortable with doing this scheme. So for that part of it, I fought the coach and I fought Jerry Jones and Steven. Because if your players is coming to you telling you that the scheme that your coach is running is not working for them, if they're coming to you telling you these things, by all means, it's up to you to fix it. It's up to you to say, let's get this right. It's up to you as a head coach to say, we're not going to continue to do this. He said it today, like there will be some changes. You said that last 2 weeks, it was going to be some changes. So for me, I feel like everybody just there just to be there. I don't think anyone cares. I'm not going to say Dak don't. I'm not going to say George Pickens don't. I'm not going to say Lamb don't. Because I did see Pickens go to the sideline, and everybody thought him and Dak had some beef, but it wasn't no beef at all. What he was telling Dak was, hold your head up. You doing what you can do. We have a whole nother side of a team that should be doing what they supposed to do. So hold your head up and don't worry about it. It's cool. It's all right. It's nothing for you to look down for. Well,
And I also
And
saw
that's
another cut where he was pointing to himself. Like
right.
he didn't. I don't know if he didn't go. He didn't fight for the ball, or he ran the wrong route, or something like that. But on his way to talk to Dak, he was pointing to himself. He was patting himself on his chest. So and while you're on that subject, Nikki, and you brought that up, I am so freaking tired of people blaming these all of our losses on our quarterback. I am so sick and tired of that. And you made a post last night, Nikki, that I hope people, thought about. Is everybody going to criticize Patrick Mahomes for throwing two interceptions yesterday? I have seen not one person criticize that man for throwing two interceptions. I don't remember nobody last year blaming the Bengals' losses on Joe Burrow. As a matter of fact, what did everybody say last year when the Bengals were losing?
that defense is terrible. That defense is terrible. Joe Burrow's trying to do the best he can do with the limitations they have on defense.
So how come our quarterback can't get that same respect? You can't say in one out your breath one day that Dak is playing like an MVP and he's having a hell of a year, and then we turn around and we lose a game, and the next thing you know it, oh, he should have did more. What the fuck else can he do? And that is a legitimate question. What else can he do?
They want him to score on every possession. They want him to be able to match the other offensive scoring output, which is crazy because the Denver defense is one of the best defenses in the NFL. So I'm saying to myself, these fans must really hate Dak Prescott because they're not paying attention to the defense that Denver's running and the personnel that they have on their team. So this is basically all about their hatred for Dak Prescott because they only come out when he loses. When we lose, that's when they come out. When he wins, they don't say anything. It's only when he loses.
Well, I just wish people would use logic. We put up 40 points against the Giants. But what did the Giants put up against us?
They put up 30 plus on us, brother.
We made Russell Wilson have the best game. Let him have the best game of his whole career.
We always make people shine. We always make them shine. Oh boy, Harvey, the rookie, that was his first time getting touchdowns. He got 2.
It's the defense, man. It's the defense. It's the scheme. That's why I said on the defensive
Commanders
side of the ball.
400 yards on us. Like, that's pathetic. We have never, ever had that. Besides when Mike Nolan was here. And they fired Mike McCarthy fired Mike Nolan in the middle of the season. He was just like, nah, this not happening. At least he did have enough sense to do that. But I wasn't going to even talk about this. I was going to say it behind the scenes, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. So I went to HEB in Frisco yesterday, day before yesterday, whatever day it was. So I'm in there minding my business. Of course, my hair blue and silver. So the cashier, she just like, hey, da, da, da. Oh, it's one of the players on here now. I was like, oh, for real? She's like, yeah. I said, okay. I said, which one? She said, I don't know his name, but one of the players in here. I said, okay, let me go walk through the house and see if I can see who I run into. Kenneth Murray. But after talking to him, he brought stuff to light. Because when I first walked up to him, and I was just like, you the worst. I said, you the worst linebacker in the league, right?
Oh, Lord. Oof.
He was like, it's not me. It's not me. Okay, what is it? Who is it? What's the problem? And he blamed it all on the defense coordinator. He said, it's him. He said, it's him. He said they didn't have closed meetings. They didn't have film study closed meetings so they could show him what they seeing, what they don't like, what they think, what they feel, whatever. They say he said he is just too stubborn to change anything that should work. He said he is too stubborn to change anything that should work. So I asked him, I said, have y'all had this conversation with Jerry? Have y'all had this conversation with Stephen? Have y'all had this conversation with Will McClay? He said no. They haven't had a conversation with none of them. All they get is the backlash when the game over and when Jerry and them come to the locker room. All they get is the backlash. The backlash from it. I said, well, I'm coming from you from a fan side. I said, we frustrated. I said, we pissed because we didn't imagine this team to look like it's looking. Like y'all play good at home and then y'all play terrible on the road. Y'all got to win road games in case we make it to the playoffs because our games are going to be on the road. Playoff games are going to be on the road for us. So I'm not understanding, like, what are y'all not clicking with? What are y'all not clicking with? And I was just like, I don't really have time to stay in this store and just talk to you about everything or whatever. I said, but I don't know why. I say, tell me why you not diagnosing the place. Why are you diagnosing the place so slow? I said, I don't want to know. I just want to know. Maybe they'll give me a reason not to cut you out every Sunday. Maybe they give me a reason to cut you out every Sunday. Maybe I know something. Maybe I know something now that make me say, okay, I'm not gonna cut him out this Sunday.
Well,
he blamed it all on the defense coordinator. He blamed it all on. He blamed it all on.
Yeah, but that's why you got to get emotional on the sidelines. That's why you got to break something. That's why you got to get upset. You got to show some type of passion, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Football is a very passionate game. You got to show some emotion. You got to show some. And that's what they need to do. You want to make a point? Sometimes you got to over-exaggerate the situation to make a point, and they need to do that.
Right.
Or K Boogie, you could do it on the opposite end too. You can say,
do it in the locker room.
No. I mean, and I hate to say this, but you're in management. I'm in management. I've been in management for years.
Yeah.
I done seen employees that didn't like their supervisor, or didn't like their director, or didn't like their manager.
Don't show up.
They come to work. They're gonna come to work, but they ain't gonna do what they're supposed to do. Why? Because who's gonna get fired first? Me or the supervisor that I don't like, or the manager that I don't like?
Right.
Because you created a culture that people don't agree with. So, we went 12-5, 3 straight years. Didn't do anything in the playoffs. Who lost their job?
Nobody.
The head
Nobody,
coach.
really.
the head coach lost his job.
So let me ask y'all a question off the script. Let me ask y'all a question. With the way our season is right now, and the way our season going right now, would y'all rather have Mike McCarthy here than Brian?
No. I think that Shotty on the field, I think that Shotty makes better decisions on the field, and I think he has a better control of on the offensive side. I think he has better control of the team from an offensive standpoint. He's not. His play calling is not vanilla. I see crossing routes. I see pick routes. I'm still a little upset about him and that jet sweep with CD Lamb, or putting CD. I think CD was in the backfield this last game and they motioned him out. Yeah. So, some of those things but I do see a difference in the offense. I do see I think Dak has more freedom to go downfield.
He does.
So I do see some things on offense that we would have never seen under Mike McCarthy. Because Mike McCarthy, as much as he says that we would like to see the run game more, Mike McCarthy, a swing pass to a running back is considered a run game for him. I look at our swing passes to our running back, and we got a lead blocker out there blocking for our running back on swing passes. So I would rather have Shoddy on that end. I 100% feel like that 75% of our issues on defense is coaching, and the other 25% are the players that we have or don't have.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a coach on the field either. Don't forget about that. We don't have a quarterback of the defense. Who's actually out there making sure everybody's in the right position right now?
Right.
When you look at other teams play, when you look at other leaders on the defense, they're always communicating. We're not doing that at all. We have no quarterback on the defensive side of the ball, and that's part of the problem. That's one of the problems that I see, and it's like we need to correct this ASAP, or else we're just going to be a mediocre 500 team because we're going to beat up on the bad teams and we're going to lose against the good teams because our defense is suspect right now.
Well, I'll take it a step further, K Boogie. I think our defense is very robotic. I think our defense is. Have you ever coached a little league team, or you ever coached kids?
No, I haven't coached kids, not yet. I can't wait though.
Have you ever watched a little league team?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
If the coach tells them to run 5 yards and turns around, what do?
They turn around everywhere. They go everywhere.
but they do exactly what they tell them to do.
Some of them do.
Yes, some of them do. So they're very specific. In the NFL, you can't be so specific. These players are running to spots, and then they're looking around. Have you noticed that?
Always.
Because they're running to spots instead of.
They don't know where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, instead of reading the defense, instead of reading the player in front of them, they're going to spots. Oh, I'm the middle linebacker. I'm in cover 2, so I got to get 20 yards deep downfield. Now, one time had they turned around to see if there's a crosser route in front of them. Now, one time have they turned around to see if there was a post pattern coming, just like that third. Who was it against? Who was it against Green Bay? Was it against Green Bay? That they had that fourth. It was against Green Bay on that fourth down, and the linebacker should have got out there in front of that slant route when Bland was playing back. Was that against Green Bay?
It could have been this week for all we know. It all seems the same. That's the thing. It all seems the same.
Okay, but I guess what we're saying is that situational football tells you that on 3rd and long, on 3rd and short, 3rd and 3, you should be lining up 3 or 4 yards off the ball. Not 5 yards, not 7 to 8 yards off the ball. Yeah, and that's what I said. I think that, and Nikki, I think that you kind of, without Murray just coming out saying it, they're not playing. They're not playing hard. Okay, yeah, it was against Carolina. There you go. Like he said, every team. They're not playing hard for themselves, and they definitely damn sure ain't playing hard for their coach. For Eberflus. They're not playing hard for him. And I think the thing that frustrates me is that everywhere from Ocho to Stephen A to Rex Ryan to 95% of the fans, to every Chicago Bear fans that has commented about the Cowboys, to every Colts fans, when he was the head coach of the Colts, every single one of them said that except for those 2 years that he had a good defense in Chicago, he sucked since then.
He's trash.
Okay,
That's
he's
why
trash. How did he
that's
pass
why they
the
fired
interview
him.
process though? That's my thing. How
Because
did
he was head coach and defense coordinator in Chicago. When they fired him.
We need to see some interviewing tape because that's crazy.
Right.
How did he pass the interview? How is he better than Rex
You
Ryan?
don't have to pass the interview when you have friends. You don't have to pass the interview when you have friends telling you, I got you. When you have friends saying, I'm going to look out for you, and if I get this, I'm bringing you in with me. You don't have to pass the interview.
Yeah, that's nepotism.
That's the problem. That is the problem. They keeping the buddy system. I eat, you eat. We go way back. That's the problem. That is the very reason why we end up with the type of coaching staff that we have, because it's all about the buddy system.
No,
you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
I get that. I get the buddy system because I see it all the time. It's nepotism, right? But we're not going to win like that ever, and we're wasting all this talent year in and year out.
We know that, but we need them to know that. We know that, but we need them to know that.
You know, the perfect
and
example.
I hate it for the players sometimes. I get upset with the players, but at the same time, I can't fault the players sometimes. You know why? Because they are what they are. Their talent is what their talent is. They show you and they tell you who they are and what their talent is. So I get upset with the players, but do I really need to be upset with them? No, I need to be upset with Jerry Jones and Steven for going out and getting players that you know are not capable of doing the things that you need done on the field because you're trying to save $1. You're trying to save 50 cents. They are who they are. You don't watch plenty film on them. If they already been in the NFL, you don't watch film on them. You don't watch tape on them. You done did all that. So for you to go out and still bring them in because you can pay them a little less money than what the better person wants, that's on management. And that's who it has been on these last 30 years. Management.
Think about everybody that we brought in. Everybody we brought in this year that was cheap. I think we're only getting production out of one person.
That's George Pickens.
Right.
Okay, my bad. 2 people. No, we traded for Pickens.
Yeah.
But everybody else that we signed, I guess that's the better word. Everybody else that we signed for cheap. How many people has given us production?
None.
I don't think anybody has. Nobody.
And folks now want to call for Will McClay.
Oh, yeah, the running back. Let's not forget about Williams.
Williams has produced for us.
Yes.
And folks calling for Will McClay?
Oh, that was
how are you calling for Will McClay?
Man, I saw that post and they was eating his ass.
But you know what's funny?
I was just like, are you serious? Like, really? Are you calling for Will McClay? For Will McClay here?
The additions on offense been fine. It's the defense that's been actually lacking. The offense is fine. It's the defense we have a problem with. Think about that. The offense is great. The defense is the problem.
Well, sometimes our O-line a little suspect.
Yeah, maybe a little because of the
O-line be terrible sometimes.
Some games against the better defenses, yes, it is suspect. But against mediocre defenses, they're gonna pound them. That's just the way it is, unfortunately.
But it's the fact that you have all these false start penalties from Tyler Gruden. Like, it's to the point to where it's annoying. Like, why are you steady getting false start penalties, bro? Why?
They should have left him at right tackle. I have a feeling.
Why are you steady lining up wrong, bro? Every time they call a number, it's his number. He's like, damn, I remember this one. It was Doug Free. That's what we used to call Doug Free. False start Doug Free.
I think they need to put him back at right tackle because I understand the transition from the left tackle to right tackle is different, but I think he needs to be back at right tackle, to be honest with you. That's just me. Because his plant leg is off sometime and he's moving. I'm like, damn, he's not playing right tackle anymore. He's playing left tackle. So maybe he need to move back to right tackle.
What's annoying to me is, at the end of the day, you're a professional. You're making millions of dollars. Get it fixed. Figure it out.
I get it, Nikki, but sometimes easier said than done, especially when you're moving from left to right tackle. It took Tyron Smith 2 years to get it right. Remember that? It took him 2 years to get it perfect. And then he was one of the best left tackles in the NFL.
I'm sorry, but he don't have the talent Tyron Smith has.
I'm not going to say it.
That's a bad comparison.
Because of, the transitional period, right? But, hey, I think he's a better right tackle than left tackle. That's just me. Because I watched him play to Oklahoma. He's a better right tackle than left tackle. They should have just drafted a left tackle so they didn't have to switch him. Because it's easier to go from left to right than right to left. But, hey, who knows? All I know is we need to make some changes or else we're just going to be mediocre the whole year. That's it. We're gonna beat up on the bad teams and we're going to lose to the good teams.
And that's what we have to stop doing. We have to be good teams. In order to get respect, we have to be good teams. That has been that's what they have held against us for years. We can beat a bad team, but we can't beat a good team. And that's what we have to do. We have to be a good team because your good teams are coming to the playoffs. Might have one or two bad teams that might slip in there or whatever just because their division is trash or their division ain't, you might have one or two bad teams that have no business being in the playoffs, especially with them expanding into the 17-game thing now. But at the end of the day, you have to beat the good teams. And for me, my other issue, we have to win on the road because the way this schedule's set up and the way we playing, if we was to make it in the playoffs, we're going to be playing on the road. You have to play and win games on the road. You have to earn your respect. Everybody, they need to respect us. No, they don't need to respect us. No. Because we're not respecting ourselves when we get out there on the field and our defense giving up 40 and 50 points. Offense putting up 35, 40 points. 4 points is enough points to win a game in this league. If your defense can help you.
Our defense that's why I said somebody got to show some type of emotion. Get mad, break something, do something. Show like you care. That's all we want to see. Show like you care, like you're trying to win. Do something. Curse somebody out. Go to Eberflus and curse them out. Do something.
Well, I think that's the number one reason why Diggs ain't around. I don't, do I think that he's out because he's hurt? Yeah. I think it's more than that.
Oh, it's way more to that story. Yeah, it's way more to that. It's way more to that story. But, we have to, I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know who it's going to take. I don't know what has to happen at this point. I'm lost. I'm just as lost as the players. I don't know.
I think we missed Al Harris too. We talked about that last week, but I wish we had Al Harris back there. He would make sure those daggone cornerbacks and safeties lined up correctly. If we had somebody like that, I don't know what's going on with the defense. At least with Al Harris, you know what you're getting. We don't even know what's going on right now, period. And that's a problem. That's just a problem. We got to do something. We're going to beat the Cardinals, hopefully, and then we have a bye.
That's another team that we struggle with. That's another team we struggle with. That's another team that we haven't beaten in years. At home or on the road. Kyler Murray has never lost in AT&T Stadium, all the way back to his high school days. He's never lost in AT&T Stadium.
And the last time
they played us at AT&T Stadium, that was during Gallup year, right before Gallup got hurt. That was the year Gallup went out. That's the last time we played the Cardinals at AT&T Stadium, and they beat the brakes off of them.
They did. Yes, they did.
Is Murray still out, or is he playing Sunday or Monday?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I haven't even looked at it because of the simple fact is I'm still frustrated with the other stuff.
I don't think the injury report came out yet because it's just Tuesday. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. What's up with Christian Wilkins?
Right. Who is our secondary coach?
That's the thing. We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't even know. That's what I mean. Why did we let Al Harris go anyway? What was Jerry thinking?
And then I don't know. Why is Parsons still talking?
It's David Overstreet the second. He was hired in 2025. He previously coached with Matt Uberflesh.
He's not Al Harris though. he's not brother Al Harris. God bless Al Harris.
David
Overstreet. That tell you all you need to know. When he said he previously coached was with Matt Eberflus. That tell you all you need to know. Trash ring trash.
Well, that's bad that none of us know who it was.
That's right.
Because they so bad it don't even matter.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question though. But how do we improve it from here though? We talked about the bad, but how do we improve it? What solutions can we come up with to improve this defense?
You know,
to be honest, I don't even know because even doing a trade won't help us because we're not one player away. We're not one player away. Right. We are some players away.
No.
Well, we're several players away.
So doing a trade with what is it gonna do? What is it gonna do for us? Because we're not one player away.
You need an impactful DN, a game-changing DN. You need a linebacker who can read and who can cover. And you need two safeties.
Justin Simmons.
I know Overstreet coming back. I know Rebel coming back.
You need a corner too.
What if we fix the safety position first, though? Get some communication on the back end. That'll help a lot. So if you trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick, right, and then sign Justin Simmons, you have two good safeties who can communicate well, who are interchangeable, if you were to do that. Then you bring in Christian Wilkins, Mr. Touchy-Feely, if he's feeling all right. You know what I'm saying? We could do some things on the free agent market, maybe. You don't have to trade the picks.
Yeah, none of that makes any sense if your defensive coordinator is still calling the bullshit that he's calling.
So what we gonna do? I mean, it's up to Jerry and Shotty.
Yeah, because the players want to keep their jobs, and they want to play for next season. So you got to play for the coach that you got, and you're gonna say the politically correct thing. That's why I think this shit with Diggs is not really over. What they say it's over because Diggs was the first one that came out and said that this is not the scheme for him. That this is not the scheme for the team. That they were used to doing this and used to doing that. And ever since he said that, he got benched. He played a game. Then all of a sudden now he's hurt. You know.
You know they say he got into an altercation at home about a woman.
Yep, she beat his ass.
I said, what?
She beat his ass. Sure did.
So that is true.
She wore his ass out. She sure did.
So it wasn't about a woman. He did something here.
She wore that ass out with that black skillet. Sure did.
So that's how he got a concussion. Oh, woo.
But I think too. Of course, he didn't want to hear the back because she's a woman. So he knew how it would look in the media if he had actually hit her back or whatever. But yeah, she wore that ass out.
He should have ran.
She can't run. She can't run and stop a play for us. How the hell he was gonna run from us?
He should have ran because you're not supposed to put your hands on a woman, but he should have ran and tried to do something.
He can't run and stop a play for us.
Because that's
how he was gonna run and stop us.
That's gonna hurt. I'm telling you, I dropped one on my foot before. That's gonna hurt.
Shit. It is what it is. He got his ass whooped though. I bet he won't play with her no more. He might play with somebody else, but he won't play with her.
So it is true. I thought it was a man that beat him up or whatever. They were having some issues with it. It was a woman that said, "Oh no, you're not doing that to me. You're not your brother," and hit on the side of the head with a skillet.
I bet he don't play with her no
more. I feel bad for the whole situation, man. This is crazy. We can't catch a break.
On one end I feel bad, but on another end I don't feel bad because if she had enough nerves to do that this time, she been doing something before that.
She probably been beating him. This time it just got out of hand.
Damn. Was it one of his baby mamas or whatever?
Oh, no, it wasn't one of the baby mamas. It was one of the girls, one of them girls he messed with. It wasn't none of the baby mama.
He can't be his brother. He can't be like his brother. He need to leave it alone.
Paulette Aiden tried to help him, but that wasn't gonna work neither. It didn't work neither.
Oh, Where did we go from here? It's halfway through the
Nikki,
season.
You be getting all the tea in Dallas. With us living outside of Dallas, we gotta wait on you to give us the real. Because I knew it was something else up besides what they was telling us.
Yeah, that was a rumor. Foxy, that he got into a fight over a woman, not being beat up by a woman. That was the rumor. Well, now we know different. We can't catch a break. Oh, Lord.
Well, that's I'm over. Like you said, K Boogie, this is our therapeutic session. I'm over that loss. I'm over the loss. And I was telling some people at work that I really wasn't expecting to beat the Broncos. I expected a loss, hoping that we will win, but I expected a more competitive game than what we put out.
I did too. I just wanted to be competitive because we haven't beaten them, like I said before, in 30 plus years. We haven't beaten them in 30 plus years on the road. So I just wanted them to come out and fight. Show me something. Just fight. There was no fight on the defense. There was fight on the offense, but there was no fight on the defense. And that kind of bothered me. I'm like, y'all getting physically manhandled and nobody's saying anything or doing anything right now. That's the craziest thing, though, Fox. You're not going to sit there and let another man just do that to you over and over and over again without you basically showing some type of emotion. Like, I can't take this no more. There's no way. Think about that for a second. You can't.
Hey, you're 100% correct.
There's no way. I don't know. The pride got to come out sooner or later. Somebody got to break something. You see what Myles Garrett did, right? He had 5 sacks on Sunday. And what did he do? Slam his helmet. He was breaking things on the sideline because he's like, listen, I have 5 sacks and we still lost. That's the emotion I'm talking about. That's the passion I'm talking about. We don't even have that.
But it also is a good lesson or two. One player can't save the team.
Yeah, that's a great point too. One player
You
can't
know,
save the team.
you know, like let's say, you know, and let's say Parsons was still on this team, and he 5 sacks against this Broncos team wouldn't have saved this game.
But the only difference is our offense is better than the Cleveland Brown offense, though. That's the thing. Our offense is better, so it'd be more competitive. We'd be more competitive if Parsons was still here.
It probably would have been more competitive, but the way that our defense was, the way our defense played against the run,
Whew.
do you think them 5 sacks would have mattered?
No, it wouldn't have mattered.
Because Cable got about to say, if you want to neutralize Parsons, what do?
You run at him. You don't run away from him. You run at him.
So,
but I'm just saying, though, man. I mean, just show me some passion or something. That's all I'm asking for. Just show me some passion. Show me you care. Show me you care. If you're not gonna play for your coach or the owner, play for your teammates. Show me you care. That's all I want to see.
Sure, play for yourself.
That too, but still though.
Play for yourself, because at the end of the day, most of y'all out here playing for another contract.
Yeah, that too, but yeah. I'm not gonna let you keep smacking me inside my head, and I'm not gonna fight back. There ain't no way in hell. Excuse my friends. There ain't no way in hell. There ain't no way. You're not gonna every week we play against a good team. It's gonna happen. There's no way. There's no way. The same passion that George Pickens has.
I'm so tired of talking about the same thing every 2 weeks. We have a good game, we come back, and this is where we at again. We have a good game, we come back, this is where we at again. This season reminds me exactly of how that last season of Jason Garrett went.
We bipolar. Our team is really bipolar. That's what it is. This is crazy.
Well, I'm gonna go back to what I said at the beginning of the year, and I'll stick to it. I have zero expectation for the team. No expectations whatsoever. I am pleasantly surprised that Dak is playing. Besides this past game, that Dak was playing pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised that Williams is running the ball the way he's running. I'm pleasantly surprised that Pickens. I thought that Pickens and CD. I ain't gonna say it was gonna be some type of tension with them, but I thought it might have been a little bit of competition. I didn't want what's going on in Philadelphia with
AJ
Brown to be a Pickens situation, but it seems like he's come in, like you said, K Boogie, him going to the sideline and talking to Dak and chilling with him. That's not the Pickens that we saw in Pittsburgh.
No, he was off the chain in Pittsburgh. But I think coming to Dallas, he have a quarterback that could actually get him the ball.
Exactly.
So it keeps him from going to the left or going to the going off. It like Dak is balancing him, and then like he said, that the love that Dak showed him versus what the quarter they gave him in Pittsburgh, that's a big difference. That's a big difference.
It's all about the environment and the community. Thank God. Can we get some of that on defense, please, though?
Yeah.
The offense, I don't have a problem. It's the defense we have a problem
Because
with.
he said that CeeDee Lamb when CeeDee Lamb found out they were trading for him, CeeDee Lamb called him, and Lamb told him that it ain't no competition up here, baby. We all want to eat, but it don't matter who eat. All we want to do is win a game. So he said that gave him the confidence to come in here, and he knew that he could come in here, be himself, play ball, and be cool because Lamb gave him that confidence. Lamb didn't like not come on the field and talk to him, or like, oh, I don't want to talk to him. What they didn't brought him in. What they brought him in for? He was like, nah, and you could see that. Like them games that Lamb was out, he was all down for Pickens. He was out on the sideline, running down the sideline for Pickens when Pickens was catching the ball or whatever. He said Lamb just opened up his door, opened up his heart to him, and he was like, it ain't no competition. I'm not competing with you. You who you are, I am who I am. We both got some things we do good. We both got some things we do differently. Put our different things that we do different together, and we can become the best combo in Dallas in Dallas, Texas. And that's what they did.
See,
but you know
But that's
what?
that's how being mature.
Yeah. But speaking of them two, I was surprised that Ferguson did not have not one catch.
None.
None.
Ferguson,
and they threw the ball to him only one time.
Right.
That kind with the kind of defense that Denver plays, especially that attacking defense, that really shocked me.
Would ask about the possibility.
That we couldn't even get the ball to Ferguson.
No. We tried to get it to Schoonmaker a couple times, but how many catches
he caught 2 out of 3. He got targeted 3 times, caught 2. I mean, Dak wasn't, as far as efficiency, Dak was 19 to 31. So I'm trying to figure out why all these other. Okay, he had 19 targets between CD and he was 14 out of 19 with CD and Pickens. You know what? That's.
You know what it was too? When Surtain went out the game, they should have went to Pickens maybe a little bit more. That was the only thing. Or Lamb, if they was going to rotate the coverage over to that side, I understand. But they should have went to Pickens more in certain situations. That's what a lot of fans was upset, that Dak was more focused on Lamb a couple times and not Pickens.
Well, here's what what really beat us in this game. Denver beat us. J.K. Dobbins, 15 carries for 111 yards, a 7.4 average.
Yep. Yeah, I wrote that down too. He was
Harvey, 7 carries for 46 yards, 6.6 yards average. Marvin Mims, 3 carries for 18 yards, 6-yard average. Tyler Batty, 1 carry for 6 yards, 6-yard average. Bo Nix only had 1 rush. He was running all over the Giants the week before. He only rushed once, and it was for a -1. And Jared Stidham rushed once for a -1. So if you take out those two averages, totals, they average over 6.5 yards per carry.
So what does that tell you?
That we're not a physical team.
What happened to Kenny Clark? All of a sudden, you don't even hear his name being called.
They run on the outside.
It's crazy.
How many times did you see Denver run up the middle against us?
Not too many. Everything was off tackle.
Everything was outside. So like Ocho said, we just got outsmarted. Eberflus just got outsmarted. Sean Payton punked him.
He got out-coached. We got out-coached on both sides of the ball.
So what's gonna happen when Agent Zero comes back? See, that's the thing. I don't like putting a lot of pressure on a young player who had 2 years in a row ACL surgery. See, that's why I would go out and try to sign somebody to do something. You're putting a lot of pressure on this man.
On who?
Agent Zero. Overshown. When Overshown comes back, man, it's like everybody's talking about him like he's our savior at linebacker. That's a lot of pressure on that young man.
I don't know. I'm lost for words at this point. I just
But
honestly
you know what though?
don't
Murray was
know.
not this bad though. He wasn't this bad when I watched him at the Chargers. He wasn't this bad, was he?
Yeah, that's why they let him go.
His ass
That's
been
why.
bad.
Yeah, that's why the Chargers let him go, and then Tennessee picked him up, thinking that they could, they could make it work, and he didn't work out for them.
Yeah, he was bad.
The issue with him is technique. He have bad technique. He has bad cover skills.
Exactly.
Bad tackling skills. He's slow to diagnose a play.
Very slow.
By the time he realized what's going on, the damn play didn't happen. Now, he coming from way across the other side of the field to make a tackle when you should have been standing him up.
Well, he's one of the ones that has his back to the blocks because as a cover 2 linebacker, he's thinking that he's got to get to this certain spot. So he's turning around running instead of backpedaling. Next thing you know, he looked up. We got linebackers on the second level blocking him in his back.
Yeah, he's terrible in pass coverage, man. He's really bad. Against the run, he used to be a little stout. But against the pass, he's a real liability against the pass.
Well, I told him, so he knows.
I bet you did tell him. He's been a liability against the pass. He's supposed to be real stout against him. I don't know what's going on.
I was trying my best tonight. I was like, Lord Jesus, guide my tongue, guide my words. Just,
there you go.
Lord,
good, good doggone well. That tongue of yours. Look, we just got you to stop cussing people out on Facebook.
Dang.
What? We can't control you if you in their face now.
Hey, Nikki, what's up with Louis Fowl? Why he's not playing more? What's up with that?
I don't know.
That's crazy. What's up with that?
I don't know.
I want to say, remember he had them bad penalties a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, being aggressive.
Yeah. But shit, Sam Williams get a stop every week with a penalty.
Poof.
Oh, my God.
Loan, Simons, everything. We need to. I thought Sam had so much promise. I don't know what happened. What happened?
Me too. I was like, oh, we'll be good.
He had Micah Parsons on the other side of the field. They were sliding coverage away from him.
And that's another thing. We so penalized. Like we are still the most penalized team in the league. You get a good play going. You get a good third down. You pick up a first down, then you get pushed back 10 yards because somebody done did something they ain't supposed to. Defense, you giving them a first down with pre-snap penalties. Like, how are y'all so undisciplined? But you play the way you practice. You play the way you practice. So obviously, y'all doing these things in practice, and they're not being corrected. They're not being talked about. They're not being fixed in practice because you're coming to the field playing exactly how you practice.
I got a question for y'all too. Do we miss D-Law?
I think we do.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Do we miss
I think we do. I think we do. A little.
I would say we may do miss D-Law a little. But this is going to be my rebuttal to that. He wouldn't be healthy for us.
Yeah, I think that he was kind of the voice of the defense, kind of the leader of the defense, and then they was expecting Micah to do it, and then when Micah got traded, we didn't have nobody on that side of the ball that to take the defense under their wing to say, okay, let's ride.
Right. Right.
And that's where I say we miss him. I don't think that we miss his injuries over the last few from the last few years. And he to me, he could be sort of like Jerry. When that camera get in his face, he say some slick shit.
He say some wrong shit like he tired. Yeah. We tired. That's why we lost the Green Bay. We tired.
He'll say some slick stuff, but I definitely don't think that we have that leader on defense that can get their point across to the coaches. Because evidently, it definitely wasn't Trayvon Diggs.
We miss Jordan Lewis too. Even though he had a lot of penalties against him, we miss him. We miss his. At least he was talkative out there, putting people in the right places. We miss Jordan Lewis as well.
Yeah. Well, we done spent 75% of our time talking about how bad our defense was.
Yeah. I mean, shit ain't nothing else to talk about because they are bad. They are terrible, and they are bad. They are making us look bad because of them, or whatever. But I mean, it's kind of one topic that I want to kind of talk about. I'm not gonna stay on it long. I'm just gonna hit on it and keep move on from it. I want, because Sean, you made a statement a few minutes ago, but we need to be clear on this Michael Parsons situation. He asked for a trade.
Yeah.
He's trying to call Jerry bluff. I honestly believe that he was using it as a tactic for him getting his contract. I do honestly believe that. But facts of the matter are, you came up the wrong tree when you did it with Jerry. Facts of the matter are, they already had been trying to trade you. So when you came publicly because your agent told you to, all you did was play in their hands. I honestly don't think they wanted him to go to Green Bay because they were trying other teams. They were trying AFC teams to be exact. But the AFC teams that they was trying didn't have what they wanted to give back, what they would have wanted back. Quite frankly, some of the teams outright said they didn't want the problem. You know why? Because as much as he got his love for Dan Quinn is the one that put it out there and told everybody that he was uncoachable. Dan Quinn is the one that told half of the teams, and when they called him and asked him their opinion of him, he's uncoachable. But if Dan Quinn would have had a chance to get him with Washington, he would have taken him. Why? Because it would have been a get back at Jerry, and it just would have been a whole get back at the Dallas Cowboys organization.
And they had the money to sign him.
And that's right. So we knew he wasn't going there. We knew he wasn't going to go to the Eagles. We knew Jerry said he never had any plans to trade him in the division. Anyway, he didn't want to trade him to an NFC team. But when everything came out that day, everything started throwing shots for shots and blows for blows, Jerry said, I got to walk away from this. his intentions was to keep him, get a deal done, or tag him and then get a deal done. That was the plan. But it all crumbled. And I want everybody to, you don't have to, but this is the way I look at this whole situation. Two sides, it was three, four sides to this. I feel like Jerry was wrong how he handled it in the beginning, and I feel like Parsons was wrong how he handled it towards the end. I think both of them like the media. Both of them talk too much. Both of them say stuff that they can leave out the media. And guess what? They both met their match, and they went head up in it. And at the end, you can't say nobody won. Because we struggling on this end with defense. And while Parsons is having a good game and having a good time over in Green Bay, he's still miserable. He still wish he was in Dallas. I don't really think nobody won in this situation. The only way you're going to say somebody won in this situation is Green Bay go all the way, and it's because of the defense that they go all the way and they win the Super Bowl. That's the only way you can say somebody won in this situation.
You're right. That's like the equivalent of the Cowboys trading for Charles Haley back in the early 90s. That's the equivalent of us trading Michael Parsons to Green Bay. That's crazy. I still can't believe Jerry did that, though. To Green Bay of all teams. That
was Jerry being petty. You know, Jerry was like, look, I'm about to get rid of you no matter what. First suitor that comes with something halfway decent, you gone. That's how I look at that. You know, Nikki says it all the time. Jerry gonna be Jerry. You know, you ain't gonna be able to outshine Jerry.
No, you can't. You can't get into that type of contest with Jerry. You can't do it, especially not through the media. You can't do it. Not with Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, you definitely can't do it. Ain't no way. As soon as you try to go back at Jerry, Stephen A. Smith, and everybody on ESPN gonna have something to say. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know how we would, what our record would be if we would have kept Michael Parsons right now. But I at least know he would have had some passion on the sideline. He would have brought some type of energy because right now we have none.
If you look at the games that we played, I would say he probably would have had an impact on the Philadelphia game, maybe the Carolina game, and I'm talking about our losses. I think.
How about the Bears?
They blew us out.
I don't think he would have had an impact on that game.
Yeah, they blew us out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been an impact on that game. And I honestly don't think it would have been an impact on the Denver game because the Denver front seven, Sean Payton, he built a nice team.
Yeah.
He built a nice team, and it's just what it is, But, I don't want people to, think that just because we don't talk about him or bring him up or whatever that we mad or we're hating. I said from day one when they announced the trade was real, I said from day one, I wish him nothing but the best. I think
I know. Yeah.
He went to Green Bay. I hate that he stayed in the conference, but at the end of the day, business is business. Yeah. And I hate that it happened. I do. I hate the way it happened. But who are we to say who was right or wrong? Because we wasn't in there. We wasn't in there with none of the chipping and chapping. We wasn't in there with any of it. So who are us? Who are we to say what that the whole situation was right or wrong? For me, I think both was wrong. I think both should have stayed out the media. Both shouldn't have been talking like they was talking reckless about each other, to each other, around each other, whatever. I think they were all wrong. But I don't want to see on Facebook every Sunday when Michael Parsons get a stop or a pass or a touch. I don't want to see every Sunday, every Monday, every Thursday night when they playing. I don't want to see, oh, see what Michael Parsons did? See what Michael Parsons did? You see what Michael Parsons did? See what Michael Parsons did? Yes, the fuck we do see what Michael Parsons did. But I don't want to hear that shit every night. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it all the time. This ain't Michael Parsons is not the first player that we let walk that was a good player, and he's not gonna be the last player that we let walk that was a good player. Hell, we let DeMarcus Ware walk because they couldn't afford to pay him. But he understood that, and he understood the assignment. He left. He went and did what he had to do. He won him a Super Bowl with Denver. He came back, signed a one-day contract, retired as a Cowboys. It is what it is. Emmitt Smith left and went play for somebody else. It's business. It's annoying. It's annoying. I don't want to hear that. I want to see that every time the game on, the whole time the game on. Your whole thread is, if Michael Parsons was here, he would have did this. Oh, Michael Parsons was here, he would have did this. Oh, Michael Parsons was here. I understand you love Michael Parsons, dude. We know you love him. We know you care about him. You act like you like him more than you like your wife at this point.
Yeah, that's funny. I know exactly who you're talking about.
I know who you're talking about, but like I said, my thing of it is did I want Micah to be a part of this team? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Is he a part of the team? No, he's not.
My dude.
Can he can't help us now?
No.
I don't think.
And I'm gonna be honest, as bad as this defense is, I don't even think he could have helped us with this defense. He might have got help get pressure towards the quarterback. But to be honest, I don't even think Michael Parsons would have been able to help us with this defense. That's how bad this defense is. I don't even think he would have been able to help us. We're not one player away from this defense being good. We're not one player away. Everybody keeps saying, well, go trade and get this player, get this player, get this player. It doesn't matter what player you go get. We are not one player away.
Flus got to go.
Who?
Eberflus. He got to go.
Oh.
Eberflus got to go. Flus got to go.
The only thing that I can hope for, the only thing that's giving me a little small piece of hope is what the Colts did back in, was it 90, when they won a Super Bowl. When they had a horrible defense the first, 9 games of the year. They came on a winning streak towards the end of the year because the offense played good. And then the defense had a hell of a run in the playoffs.
You know why? His name was Bob Sanders. I know. Bob Sanders came back. He was injured in the first half of the year, and then Bob Sanders came back, and Bob Sanders was the quarterback of that defense. We don't have a quarterback at a defense, unfortunately, in safety. That's the problem. But Bob Sanders, boy, that boy could play. 5'9", yo, he was bringing the wood, baby.
Yeah, I think that he had, Bob Sanders was the epitome of, I got the heart, but I ain't got the body for this.
Exactly. And we need somebody with heart like that back there.
Yeah. Because he was a little dynamite, but that's the only hope. And I want Cowboy fans to understand this. Mathematically, we are not out of it yet. There's a log jam of teams that are at 3 and 4 losses right now in the NFC. So we're not out of it.
Not at all. Defense got to be like in the 20s.
We are not out of it. Washington losing last night was a big help. Washington losing last night was a big help. We're second place in the division. We're at the record we're sitting at. We're second place in the division.
I just hope that loss to the Panthers don't come back to haunt us. That's the only thing.
Well, the Panthers would have to continue winning for that to hurt. And I don't know if that's going to happen because they got Andy Dawson as their quarterback now.
The red rifle.
Because Bryce Young is hurt with a hurt ankle.
Yeah, he has a
so I don't know if that continues to happen. Same thing with Chicago. That could be a game that come back and bite us. If Chicago lost the other day, but if they go back on a roll of winning, that could be the game. That, to me, that's the game that hurt us the most. That's the game hurt us the most. It's the Chicago game. That's in my opinion. I think that's the game that hurt us the most. Only way we withstand that is if Chicago start back losing. That's the only way we withstand it. And they lose a couple of games in their division.
Because, the next 3 games, we have the Cardinals, the Raiders, and the Eagles. Next 3 games.
Right.
So, Jerry better do something quick. I'm saying these next 3 games.
Every last one of them games matter. Every last one.
Then we got to play the Lions, the Vikings, the Chargers, the Commanders again, and the Giants.
I'm going to sleep when we play. I'm going to sleep when we play the Lions. Y'all just tell me who won the next day.
But don't forget, Thanksgiving we played the Chiefs.
Play the Chiefs on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And KC done got all their parts, got all their pieces back.
They got this. Oh Lord. I know, right? They got all that speed. And
they didn't pretty much got all they didn't got all their pieces back. So I guess I just eat I eat before I go to the game because I damn sure ain't gonna eat afterwards.
No, I'm gonna have dessert before the game. I want to eat some dessert, Fox. You better eat early, bro. Because man, listen.
I don't know, but hey, it's the NFL. Anything could happen. They can a light bulb can go off in everybody's head in one game. And they start balling from there. So I don't know. We never know. We just don't know what defense we're gonna get. They don't have an identity. None. The team doesn't have an identity. Besides on offense, saying that the offense can put points up on the board.
Yeah.
But we have to win road games. We got to start winning road games. And we have to beat better teams. We do. I understand it's the NFL. We play with who we play. We ain't responsible for their schedule. We ain't responsible for their record. None of that. But you have to beat good teams. And you have to beat the bad teams.
But you know what? The second half of the year, we play more home games than away games, though. The only 2 away games are really against the Commanders and the Giants the last 2 of the year. But we play Chargers at home, Vikings at home, Chiefs at home, and Eagles at home. We only play the Lions on the road, basically. The Raiders, whatever. But for the most part, we play at home. We need to do something. Jerry, come on, man. Pick up the bat phone, do something.
But I said it before the season started. We needed to win as many games as we could on the front side of this schedule because the back side of this schedule is brutal.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I said we needed to stack as many wins as we could on this front side because this back side after the bye is brutal. Yeah. I ain't gonna never stop drinking.
Well, I have a hard stop today. I got a hard stop at 9:30 today. Any last words?
Jerry, pick up the bat phone, please, and call some free agents to do something, please. Because we can't get embarrassed anymore. We can't get embarrassed.
And that's what I was saying too. It's free agents out there that's worth it. A chance and a try, like to come on the team that we don't even have to spend that much money to trade nobody.
Exactly.
It's some players out there that's on the market that we don't even have to trade. Go do no big trade for. Like we can just go get him off the market, like Justin Simmons. Like I wonder what is going on with him that no team have touched him.
I don't know. That's crazy. Kristen Wilkins is there.
Well, we know why
Sonny
Christian
Samuel
Wilkins there.
Jr. Sonny Samuel Jr. is there. I mean,
Yeah.
we need cornerback help. Gilmore's still there. So I don't
Yeah.
know what Jerry's doing. So,
all right, I guess we'll figure it out. We play Monday Night Football. We play the Cardinals here in Dallas. It's gonna be a game to watch because it's another NFC team. Even though we won our 2 games in the division so far, but when losing these games in the conference hurts as well.
yeah, I know. It's
So we got to get this figured out. We got to get it figured out. I mean, I know a lot of times teams don't start figuring out their identity until around week 8, 9-ish. But we need to get this figured out.
we here
Because
now. We here now.
it's here.
Gotta do
It's
it.
here. It's here.
So,
Yep. It's here. We got to do it. We got to get it together.
Yes,
So
indeed. Stop drinking though. Drink some water or something.
All right. Well, on my end, good night, everybody.
Yep, it's been a great show
Yes,
as always. But everybody have a great week, rest of the week. Have a great weekend. Hopefully Monday night Cowboys will not have us upset again. Maybe this little time off, extra time off, they need it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Somebody break an iPad on the sidelines or something, please. Somebody break it. Where Tom Brady when you need it?
Yeah. My last words on this is we can't want it more than them. They have to want it more than us.
You're right.
Most definitely.
So
all right, we'll see y'all same time, same channel next week.
Yes, indeed. Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Good
night.